Hello, I'm back with another video. This video is just me talking over footage of me playing the Ascent. Now, I've beaten this game. I've gotten like 36 out of the 47 achievements in it. The only achievements I haven't gotten is the death achievement, because I didn't die in this game. And some multiplayer achievements and all the codex things. And I don't feel like teasing my brain trying to get all that shit. So, you might ask yourself, what is this video about? Well, as the title placard says, this video is going to be me documenting and explaining 5 bits of DLC, expansion, or content I'd like to see in a sequel of the Ascent. So, without much ado, let's get into it after the cut. So, one of the things in this game is, once you beat the game, it's a 15 to 20 hour game. Once you beat the game, there's really not much to do after that. Like, you're not really, there's not a lot of replay value after that point. And, like, the entire time I was playing it, I'm like, man, you know what would be cool? If there was a new game plus, where maybe you start the game as... instead of an indent, you start the game as someone who, as your character who just came there, and who just came to this place, you know, right off the boat or whatever, and you just start the game as, like, from a different perspective, but with all of your accoutrement and shit like that. That would be cool. In my humble opinion, I think that could really make this game more interesting. Or, even better, a remix, if you will, where it's kind of like New Game Plus, but the bounties, the locations, you know, maybe some of the missions are remixed so that you go to different areas, fight different enemies. They're slightly different. Just adding more replayability, because I mean that's kind of the flaw of the game, is that once you beat it, there's not a lot of replayability. Because this game does a lot of things right. Like, the world is interesting to be in, the characters are interesting, the enemies are interesting, everything looks great. The problem is that you're left wanting more. So, with that being said, yeah, the first little thing that I like to see as DLC is maybe like a New Game Plus mode or a remix or something like that. We'll get to the next one after the cut. So, the second thing I'd like to see, and this is in the form of an expansion, is just an expansion. I'd like to see some new characters, new areas to explore, new side quests, new side missions, new enemies, etc., etc. Because it's an interesting world to explore, and they just kind of sort of, you know, leave you there. There's 3 areas you wind up exploring in this game, main areas. The Deep Stink, which is basically the super sewers of the city, which this is footage of me there right now. Then there's the level above that, the Warren, which is kind of like the slums. Then there's the middle class area, basically, and then there's like the up top where it's all nice and pristine and you know, etc., etc. I really do think that this game could really do with a content expansion, with some new places to explore, that type of thing. But you know, that's my own personal opinion. My third thing after the cut. Hello, it's me, Mr. Red Fox, and we're off to the third bit of DLC content I would like to see in the Ascent. More weapons. Now, hear me out. There's a decent amount of weapons in the game. There's handguns, assault rifles, machine guns. Machine guns and assault rifles are kind of bundled together, which doesn't make sense because a machine gun is not the same thing as an assault rifle, but whatever. But that's neither here nor there. And you have like heavier weapons like a flamethrower, rocket launchers, miniguns, stuff like that. So basically what I'm saying is there needs to be more weapons. Specifically, I mean, I would accept, even if they don't want to do more weapon models, if they just gave you the ability to what's the word I'm looking for? If they gave you the ability to customize your weapons. Like, let's say, you know, in this footage, I'm fighting ferals. Let's say, you know, feral enemies, like more powerful feral enemies, will drop a biological component that you can then take to your gunsmith and customize one of your weapons to do more damage against biological enemies. That type of thing. I'll even take weapon customization. Or one of my personal favorites, you know, something that I really wish they would have in this game, melee weapons. Now, you do kind of have a melee attack you can do in this game, like this mega punch type thing, but, I mean, really, in my humble opinion, there really should be kind of like a, there should be melee weapons in this game, like, because enemies can use katanas and hammers and punch you, so you should have access to those weapons too. Since all the guns are available, why not melee weapons? But you know, that's my own personal opinion. So we'll get to the fourth thing after the cut. So, the fourth thing I'd like to see as the form of DLC, or even in a sequel, this game is very single-player centric, but I think it would be cool to have AI companions who could help you out. You know, even if it's as simple as just having like a Noghead type character helping you hack certain things to make traversing certain areas easier. That'd be cool. So it's not a major thing, but you know, it'd be nice to have. With that being said, let's move on to the fifth and final extra content I'd like to see on this title. So one of the big things in this game is that in the opening of the game, you get to create your own character. But you're pretty much, your customization options kind of suck. Like, because there's not much of a difference between your male and female looking character, the color schemes, there's not much of a difference between playing as a Caucasian skinned character to someone of a darker complexion. Now part of this could just be the color palette of the game. Everything is gray, gritty, gray. And the character creation screen. But, I mean, we know just from playing this game that there is, you know, they're aliens and shit. So why can't I be an alien? I think it's kind of not cool that you can only play as a human being. And I think it would be damn awesome if you could play as a Carlin or, you know, the other alien species in this game. Just in character customization, or even just, you know, as new character models, whatever. So with that being said, I'll give the wrap up after the cut and upcoming information, all that type of stuff. So here we are with our final, with my overall thoughts and upcoming content. So my overall thoughts is this: the Ascent is a great game. I just, it does what you want to do with a game. You want to be left wanting more, and yeah, I'm left wanting more because the game is so good and so enjoyable that I'm playing it and I'm like, man, I wish there was more. I wish there was more content. I wish there was more gameplay because the game is so good. There's a mod, there's a tool that you can download called the Unreal FOV or point of view unlocker, and it basically this game was built in first-person assets, and then what happened is that they turned it into an isometric game. But you can literally go and look at this game in first person, and it looks even better in first person. So my point behind all this is to simply say this. This game is awesome. I want more of it because it's so good. And it's like, I think I got it on sale for $26.99. And, like, I know typically you think of DLC and expansions and extra content and you're like, this is just so they can nickel and dime me. But this is how it's done. This is a game where I would be perfectly okay paying $20 or $30 for an expansion or, extra content. I would have no problem doing that. So my point behind all the behind all this is to say this. This is what a game should be giving you when you want more content. And this is what I want. I would love to have more content in this game. Is it going to happen? Probably not. But, the developers, they'd make a lot of money because I'd buy the shit. And I'm pretty sure people who bought this game would totally would love more content. So with that being said, I guess it's time for upcoming events, upcoming content. So, basically, we're going to be returning back to our normally scheduled podcasting times. Hopefully, my voice isn't going to go out and, my energy, my power grid won't fucking blow out. Jeez. So with that being said, yeah, so we'll go back to our normally scheduled programming of 7:30 p.m. to 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Wednesday and Saturday. Now, of course, this Saturday's cast may go a little bit longer because we will be covering some stuff that we were going to cover Wednesday, but we didn't have it Wednesday or Saturday. So be prepared for that. So it might go from like 7:30 to like 9:30. I think we can get through everything relatively quickly. But, it is what it is. So that being said, that's the end of this video. Enjoy the rest of the video. Rate, comment, share, subscribe, and peace.